Set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Set! 18 days. Here we go, D. Check. Crunch. 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 Hatchet. Hatchet.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Roberts has it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Mike Popo. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Begin. Go. Check.
Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. Yo. Hey, check 24.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Check 24. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 3.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Mack Wilson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them,
right? You mic'd up.
Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Cleveland.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch. Point it right. Real.
Mayfield now. Caught left side. It's Beckham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
He was down already. I can't even challenge that.
And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down here inside. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That should have been a fumble.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone
Did you
was
really think that he's going to get that one greedy?
He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert! Hey, Haywood! Oh, yeah, here we go again.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 36-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Yeah. Check. What?
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Strong right.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he whips that one incomplete there. Landry, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, watch it. Regular. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Zoo. What's that?
Mayfield with it once more. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hey, alert 33.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Landry. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Going to the air again with Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover
Pass
there as
interference.
his guys will get the
He's all
football
over my
back.
man.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back.
Look at it.
It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He'll that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they... wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Are we playing in Baltimore or are we playing in Cleveland?
These are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, Muhammad. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
To throw is Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep.
Thank you.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Run.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, nice pick.
And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run with Muhammad. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They go again with Muhammad, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First down, Cleveland.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they just...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
That was not bad.
A big play there. 78 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Oh, you Kareem Hunt. We know you've got the power. We know you've got the speed. Now, how about that? Show us a little bit of that wiggle in there. How about that one, partner?
Can you imagine trying to tackle that? Yeah, I'll stay up here with you. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 28 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Check 55. Right. Check 55. Come on. Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Oh, nice.
And a tip there
nice
to the ball flight, and it falls incomplete.
He's about to go.
It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
Who are you talking to?
And it'll be intercepted.
He's killing me with the comeback, man. God.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
They still playing suck. Y'all playing the wrong.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sione Takitaki brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson trying to lay one up deep.
Thank you.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes.
Oh, come on, man. You supposed to take them down.
Running plays. Keep the clock moving. Keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, it's just as good as running the football.
What kind of block was that?
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. I got you.
Mayfield.
Oh,
and his
nice
pass
one.
is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Thought I could get that one in there.
Easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but and a big loss here as he's
coming for that man. He is coming.
Defensively, I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3 down. 3 down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That man is everywhere.
Not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Browns.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Good. 20. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
First and 10 at the 22.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson. And
nice catch.
This is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
That was
And the
nice
Ravens
catch.
going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Oh my God, is that?
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Thank you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Yet another
Ball hung in the air
interception.
too
I just
long.
had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard. and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield down. He finds Beckham complete. He's at the 30. 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good,
Good game, Skip.
and that will extend this big lead.